building Allegiant Stadium, all of that paved the way for this day to happen here in Las Vegas, and this is a great day for this city. I want to thank our county commissioners and the county staff, the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department, Clark County Fire. Doing this is not easy. This is the first time we have ever shut down Las Vegas Boulevard for a press conference. And we are super excited to do it, but it is hard work on the part of so many people. And I want to thank everybody in the county for making this happen, and I know are going to make this these 3 days 3 great days. And I've got a few folks that we're going to listen to and introduce here today. But I did want to let you know that really the reason we're having this press conference is we wanted the commissioner to get a round of applause on draft day. So, so how about a round of applause for Commissioner Goodell?
That's not going to happen. See?
Yeah,
I got him. Hey, you're going to get your turn a little later. Just hang on. So, thank you all. We're excited to be here, and I'm looking over the back there and see that sign Draft Drive up there, and it's very exciting when you think back just 2 years ago when we had our plans to be here for the 2020 NFL Draft, and I got detoured to my basement, which I'm glad to be here today. And we're glad to be here in Las Vegas. We're glad to be part of this community, so thank you. I also want to just give my thanks to the leadership in this community for bringing the Raiders here to Las Vegas, for building that great stadium, for all you've done to help us bring these events to this community. It starts with Governor Sisolak. Thank you, Governor, County Commissioner Gibson, and to the Virginia Valentine from the Nevada Resort Association. And a big thanks to Raider Nation and Mr. Mark Davis. So I know Raider Nation is going to be loud today, and we appreciate that. But Mark, your leadership, your vision for what could happen here, you made it all come true with a lot of help. But certainly your willingness to come here and make the commitment with the Raiders to Las Vegas has made all the difference in the world. And think about this. We just had the Pro Bowl here in January. You now have the draft here, and Super Bowl 58 is coming here in just 2 years. 3 of our biggest tentpole events coming to Las Vegas in a 5-year period. So I think that speaks a great deal about the commitment to the Raiders, to the NFL, to Las Vegas together, and what we can all do together. We expect somewhere near 70 million people to be watching. I know you're used to big events. I know you're going to make this a big event, but hopefully we can show all the great things that are going on in this community. So thank you all. Look forward to seeing you tonight. And my job is to pass this over to the great governor. Governor, thank you for all your leadership.
Thanks, Commissioner. We appreciate it. Raider Nation, thank you. Before I get started on my remarks, I want to have a special shout out to Mark Davis and Dan Ventrelli that are here that have done so much. When I think back 5-6 years ago when we were sitting having meetings talking about maybe the Raiders moving here, building a stadium, you've come so far and you've done so much for our community. We're incredibly proud of the work that you've done. Not just what you bring visitors here, but having your team out in the schools, in the parks, talking to our youth, talking to our kids has made an incredible difference in our community, and you have made an enormous impact on people's lives, so thank you for that. Yeah, you deserve a round of applause for that. I'm honored to be joined by so many that have played such an integral part, and I won't be able to mention everybody that's had a tremendous part in making this a success here with the Raiders and with Allegiant Stadium. But in particular, LVCVA President and CEO Steve Hill, who has been a remarkable partner for us. Nevada Resort Association President Virginia Valentine, County Commission Chair Jim Gibson, and NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. Thank you all very much. And of course, Mark and Dan. I'm beyond proud that Las Vegas is the first city ever to secure the draft, the Super Bowl, and the Pro Bowl. I know that our visitors will find there is no experience compares to a professional sporting event in Las Vegas. I think the Raiders have shown us that over the last season. I see the swag of every team in the NFL, I think, out here in the audience. So we know you've got an awful lot of fans here. I know that fans will be begging for these events to continue to come year after year. Bringing more sporting events to Las Vegas, Nevada is one of my priorities. It's not just because I like a good game. It's just that we know that 50% of the visitors that come either add or extend a trip because of the sporting event. And it keeps our people working. The jobs that this creates in these hotels, these restaurants, these shops have been incredible for us. They keep our economy humming. We are known for our world-class hospitality, and that's because the men and women that make this town turn. These events don't happen without our workforce, who has been absolutely incredible in assembling this and putting it together. We thank you all that have been part of the scenes and behind the scene. There's nowhere else you can build a draft stage over the iconic Bellagio fountains. Nobody can do it in Nevada like Nevada can. If you can imagine it, we can do it in Nevada. And I did promise Ed Graney at the Review-Journal that I'd swim across those fountains if it meant adding more jobs and visitors, but my staff advised me against that. I guess there's a rule against diving in the fountains. Either way, we're looking forward to a good showing for our home team, the Silver and Black Raiders. Raiders, there we go. I'm sure that between President Ventrelli and Coach McDaniels are going to grab some good draft choices. Even though we don't have a pick tonight, I know Raiders Nation is excited for Davante Adams, and arguably the best wide receiver in the league. And I seem to recall that quarterback Derek Carr wasn't a first-round pick either. So he's working out pretty well for us, so we know you've got some good selections in mind. We're looking forward to a great draft and an even better season for our Raiders and our community. The AFC West is going to be tough this year, but we're a playoff team last year, and we've only gotten better in the offseason. Before I introduce my friend, Virginia Valentine, I've got a proclamation with me. I won't read the whole thing, but I wanted to read just a small portion of it. Whereas the sports capital of the world, Las Vegas, is home of the NHL Golden Knights, the NFL Raiders, and the WNBA Las Vegas Aces. And in 2023, Las Vegas will hold the International Formula One Las Vegas Grand Prix. And whereas I encourage residents and visitors alike to responsibly enjoy sporting events in the Silver State and to enthusiastically support our teams and sporting events that call Nevada home. Truly what happens here only happens here. Now, therefore, I, Steve Sisolak, Governor of the state of Nevada, do hereby proclaim April 28th to 30th, 2022 as days in honor of the NFL Draft in Las Vegas. Thank you all very much. And Commissioner, I'm going to introduce Virginia, but I want to give you a proclamation here.
Thank you very much.
Blow
That's
away.
wonderful. Thank you. Yeah, it's not going to blow away.
That won't blow away. Thank you all very much. I've got Virginia Valentine.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Boy, that is a tough act to follow. My name is Virginia Valentine, and I am the president of the Nevada Resort Association. It is really exciting for me to be here with you today. If someone had told me I would be speaking to you all from the intersection of Flamingo and Las Vegas Boulevard, I would have never believed it. This is truly an amazing and historic event for more reason than street closures, and so I hope that you're going to all have a great time here today, and again, it's my pleasure to be here with you. Hosting the NFL Draft is really an amazing accomplishment for the destination. It's been coordinated with all of the resorts, and I really want to give a shout out to everybody that Steve Hill, the governor, Commissioner Goodell mentioned, because there were a lot of people working very, very hard behind the scenes to make this come together, and they've done a fantastic job. The resorts throughout the destination want to make this special. They are working to create some very unique and Vegas-only kind of experiences for you all, and I hope you'll take this opportunity to enjoy those over the next couple of days. And as I'm very proud to be a member of the Super Bowl 58 host committee, and I want to say that events like this and the events that Commissioner Goodell mentioned are just an opportunity, a wonderful opportunity for us to demonstrate how awesome this destination can be at putting on amazing events. So this is really just the beginning. We've got a lot more coming yet. So at this time, it is my pleasure to introduce fellow speaker, Clark County Commission Chair Jim Gibson.
Thank you very much, Virginia. As chairman of the Clark County Commission and a member of the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors Authority, I am so excited to welcome all of you to Las Vegas. And what you're going to see is why Raider Nation thrives here. One of the most striking things about our community, other than the incredible casinos and hotels and a skyline that is unequaled, is our ability to respond to challenges and redefine ourselves, which we do all the time. With gaming and hospitality as our backbone and the spirit of innovation and disruption in our blood, we're forever changing the face of our destination as we become an even more significant presence and force in the world of sports. Bringing this event to life has been a coordinated effort between multiple Clark County entities and departments, and is the result of a unified industry, NFL, Mark Davis and Dan and their team, and all of us in this community, because there are so many that had to work together to really pull this off. And quite honestly, you're seeing things that have never been done anywhere. I'd be remiss if I didn't at least acknowledge the incredible work that's gone into making this event possible, including the public safety perspective, to help ensure that the thousands, tens of thousands of people who come here through the air or drive in will experience a truly safe and only in Vegas experience. On behalf of the Clark County Commission, I can tell you that we're dedicated to the success of professional sports in this community, and today and this week and for the last several years we are committed to the success of the NFL Draft 2022. While the draft has national and international appeal, we want our residents to remember that this event is for you too. So come on out with your families and experience the Vegas version of the NFL Draft. Now, as we stand on the most famous street in the world in recognition of the momentous weekend that lies ahead, we're thrilled to celebrate in true Vegas style with a symbolic gesture that is reflective of the incredible scope and scale of the NFL Draft right here in Clark County, Las Vegas, Nevada. So, if you look around, this today and through the weekend is no longer Las Vegas Boulevard in this section. Rather, it is Draft Drive. And we welcome you to Draft Drive. Now, if you'll all come up, we're going to hold this thing and take a okay. So maybe in the order, I'm disconnected. And in the order you spoke. So, Steve, you're first. Then the commissioner, then the governor. Lift it up.